Hi everyone. Let me ask you, are you comfortable being naked? Do you feel like you're comfortable in your own skin? Or maybe you don't even want to think about any of this and you just want to laugh as Jenn, Devlin and I try and navigate what being naked means to us and the whole nudity issue. Join us for another episode, and if you have any comments, you can reach out to us through Instagram at NowThatsNonsense or shoot us an email, NowThatsNonsense@gmail.com. Hope you enjoy the show.
Good morning. Welcome to Nonsense. Todd Devlin here with Kurt Becker. Today on Nonsense, we're going to discuss nudity. Public, private, nude.
You know, it's funny. The last show you said good evening. This time you said good morning. What do you think about a general something for the listeners? I think that's smart.
Yeah, I think that's smart. If I'm listening to this podcast at night and someone says good morning, I'm shutting it off.
No. Is there a universal greeting? What's the universal
Salutations and welcome to the show.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations. Let's start over. Greetings and salutations. Todd Devlin here. I'm here with Kurt Becker. Kurt?
Greetings and salutations, Earthlings.
Very good. Welcome, people of Earth. Welcome to our podcast. Today's topic, we're going to talk about nudity. Whether it's public, nudity. Private, nudity.
I don't know how it came up. The topics come up when they come up. We don't script anything. We have mics around, and when we find ourselves talking about something, we throw on the mics and we go with it. So I want to just apologize in advance. You may hear Jerry mowing his lawn next door. Hopefully the sound doesn't get in too much. Devlin, what do you got on nudity?
Okay, well, it all started with, we're talking about curtains, your windows, blackout curtains. In my house, I have a TV that's opposite a window. I need not only blinds, but curtains, dark curtains.
Yeah, you don't want to glare on your
glare.
movie. Yeah.
But I also like it for privacy too, like if you're in your underwear, you're nude in your own house, you don't want people to see, at least I don't. They look in.
Leering's the worst.
Yeah, I think, So that came up with Kurt. Kurt, you want to share?
Yeah, we have sheer curtains, and I think they're lovely, and they look nice, and they have a nice feel to them.
Very nice.
I don't feel like anybody can see in it. But if I want to black out for any reason, if I want to block the light out, if I'm ever doing a video, and we're sitting at the island and I don't want to black out, I can't black out. I had to cut some cardboard stuff and shove it in my window to black out. So I like the idea. And then it got into the topic of how Jenn is pretty free about walking around the house naked.
That surprises me as a Capricorn.
Blinds open or shut doesn't even matter, and she knows it drives me crazy. And I'm like, it's night and the lights are on. So then we got to
bit of an exhibitionist in her.
I'm sure she makes any young boy who walks around looking in windows at night, hoping to see a naked woman, happy.
I do that.
I imagine.
It's not like I would go up to window and look, but as I'm passing, if I see a lighted window, I look in and I hope to see a naked lady. I have since I'm 12.
Can I speak for the world?
Sure.
Any reasonable person of any gender wouldn't mind seeing something that they were attracted to.
Fair.
Walking by, just happenstance, it's night and you walk by and you see what you're attracted to in a window naked. I don't think anyone would mind that. And I think most people would find it enjoyable. Oh, look at that beautiful person naked.
Yeah, I have to agree.
So
I root for it every time I pass a lighted window.
It seems normal. It seems normal that you'd be happy to see somebody naked in a window.
Which brings us to the point now.
What is the point?
You could be naked in your home, I think, even with no blinds, no curtain. You're in your home.
They're not going to arrest you.
Naked. But you step outside, and there's laws.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the laws because we were talking about the laws. It's funny.
Public indecency.
We don't know. But by the way, this is not factual. We don't know for a fact that there's laws, but I've heard of people getting arrested for indecent exposure.
You can't just go to the Statue of Liberty naked and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
And
they would take you away.
All the laws. I think we were talking about. One, there's laws. Should there be laws? I know there's people who go to nudist. Look, let me preface this. I'm not comfortable walking around naked. but I don't think there should be a law against walking around naked. Perhaps.
No designated areas.
Perhaps.
In a perfect world, in the Garden of Eden, you should be allowed to walk around naked.
Well, if the history books are correct, you were.
Right, and then for whatever reason, it got spoiled. The Garden of Eden. Now you have to wear clothes.
Yeah, in a perfect world, you don't need as many laws. Laws are to keep... So what's the naked law all about? We don't want people walking around naked. It's a law. Like, what's that law all about?
I think people in general are uncomfortable being nude.
And then uncomfortable seeing other people nude.
I think it's more about people feeling themselves. If everyone felt comfortable naked, I guarantee you'd be allowed to walk around naked.
So the law is to protect the people...
who don't
from themselves?
Yes, I think most people
don't
like... This is just a theory I'm working on.
This is great. Go ahead, please.
I think most people are so self-conscious and so insecure, they don't want that to be the law.
No, but it's not saying you have to walk around naked.
Right, but if everyone's walking around naked and you're with clothes...
Oh, then you feel like, should I be walking around naked?
So, for the good of everyone, most people are uncomfortable being naked. Everyone just wear clothes. You can wear the bare minimum. I think it comes down to, how in shape you are. I would think a man is how big is your penis when not hard, when it's soft. I think women have all kinds of body issues. I know. So, it's to make people comfortable or more comfortable, you hide a little. And I think people agree, in general, that's a good idea. Wow.
I can't believe I'm even going to say this word. I think you have a sweet view of the law. It's there to protect the people about the images of themselves. That sounds very nice. I feel like it's to protect their comfort of themselves. Mm-hmm. I think the law was created because nobody wants to see that. I feel like we came out of crazy times. We came out of you burned witches, and I think that's where the laws come from. And the laws have loosened, but I think the laws come out of there. I don't think the laws came out of, they were burning witches, they wanted everyone to follow the religion strictly, and they wanted everyone to feel comfortable and not feel like they had to walk around naked. And so I don't think it came out of that nicety. I loved your version of it, but it seems... You think it can,
I'm going to even go further. That's one view I have, but then there's another view.
Good. Oh, good.
There's another view, too, that I'm thinking.
Laws will come out of such nice things.
But I'm just saying, people are uncomfortable naked, and if people agree, don't do it, it makes me feel weird, let's all not do it. That's fair. But I think it's also a reason, too, there's two theories now I now have. Now three. Two more.
This is great.
One,
wow.
You walk around naked, there's a sense of people can't control themselves as it is. There's all kinds of harassment, sexual harassment in work. You hear about it all the time. The Me Too movement is bringing things to light. If people are just naked...
Hey, Jenny's home.
Jenny's home.
Hi.
We're talking about public nudity.
You were mentioned. For some surprise
reason.
reason.
Walk naked around the house.
Your own house.
And Kurt freaks out. Everybody's looking.
Yeah.
Everybody can see in the house. Nobody can see in the house.
You don't know how many teen boys are walking around hoping they're going to see a naked lady in the house. I don't want to give our address away.
1313 Mockingbird Lane, Transylvania, New York.
At sundown, after yoga, come by.
Yeah. First thing in the morning.
Oh, you're giving all your secrets away. There are laws for you. There are laws to keep you contained.
Yeah.
Now, were you always like that, or did you develop that as you got more physically fit?
I don't think it has anything to do with being physically fit. I just think that as I'm in my house, and if I want to walk around naked, I feel like, why can't I walk around naked?
That is a right once you own a home to walk around naked.
Were you like that as a kid, teenager?
No, never. Well, how would I do that? I would never walk around my house naked. My parents are home. So
no, say your dad's working, your mom's working.
No, because you know why? I never felt like I knew when they were coming home.
Oh, yeah.
There was no freedom. So I think maybe it was more just as I had my own space, then I was like, I'm free. I'm going to do what the hell I want. And that means I'm going to walk around naked because I can. And I should. So,
and there's no law against that. Devlin and I were talking about why do they have laws about people not being naked.
there are laws. Oh, like no public nudity.
Well, we don't.
I have
We don't know.
three
We don't know it
theories,
for a
what?
fact. By
What's
the
a
way,
what's a law?
We just you hear people being like they were arrested for indecent
Yeah.
exposure.
You
So I
can't go
assume
to
there's a
Times
law.
Square and like just you can't just walk around Times Square naked.
Yeah,
and, like,
that'd be weird.
there's some laws against it. Public indecency. Maybe it's like
Well, there's a time and place for nudity, I guess. Times Square, restaurants.
at the Yankee game.
Yeah, maybe there's like a nude dining concept restaurant, like.
There is, but I find that unsanitary.
But that is like I don't want to be like
People
ass
in the
cheek
bathroom
on
during the restaurants.
on a chair. It's gross.
Oh, so-
it's a safety issue too.
So safety issue, is that one of your things? Like
That's now one of my things.
Oh, okay.
I have
I think-
another one now.
Hygiene.
hygiene, safety.
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting more into like medical.
However,
All right,
I do
yeah.
think that nudity should be the stigma around nudity should. It would be nice if it went away.
What is the stigma
and that
around nudity?
People are uncomfortable with nudity. There are people who grow up around their parents. They see their parents naked from when they were kids because their parents are comfortable with their, with their bodies, and nudity isn't a thing. So
Do you know anyone?
They're
Wait, is this in
desensitized.
America?
Do you know
or is
anyone
this in
like
another
that?
country?
Personally.
I know one person
Oh,
that
really? Is
that
it a girl?
Yeah, and I think that she was like, no big deal that
Who's
my
that?
kids see me naked.
First name only.
I'm not sharing. It doesn't matter who it is.
Is she single?
Anyway, so I think people should grow up like where it's, ooh, boobs, big deal.
Well, some of my theories, my first theory was that people are generally insecure, just in general. They are insecure, whether it's about their looks, their intelligence, this and that. People, and I think at some point, some of the reason that there are nudity laws is, you know what, I'm uncomfortable, he's uncomfortable, she's uncomfortable, they're uncomfortable. Let's just agree to cover up a little bit, make everyone a little bit more comfortable. That's one theory. The second one is, if everyone's naked, and it could become like a free-for-all, like almost like Animal Planet. Like, because
people wouldn't
there's
handle it.
harassment with clothes, and like it's an epidemic. And thanks to the Me Too, like people are really like seeing how rampant it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like every woman has a story of some sort of inappropriateness. So like, maybe they made laws to, okay, maybe we can cut down on, like, it could be a free-for-all. Should it be? No. In a perfect world, of course not. My third theory, there's something special about having sex. And I'm going to keep this PG. Sexual relations. The most private of areas may be saved for your partner. It makes it a little bit more sexy at the time. Mm-hmm. It could be like that.
So Dr. Ruth was on the committee that made the law, and she had the suggestion that we should also make the law to keep sexy.
Yeah, like it's the sex organ, so maybe keep that
Just
private.
for those of you who can't see.
Devlin did the old finger in the hole. And,
That's not PG. Is that PG?
And you know
It's
what?
just a finger in a hole.
And while also talking about how sacred and special the having sex is, and then there's the whole finger in the hole visual to go with it.
And then there's a whole health issue.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a multitude of things happening here.
Is there a point to this conversation? Like, I know this is
there ever a
nonsense.
point?
Is
This
there
is major nonsense.
like if we were talking a little realer? Is there anything here of substance, or is this just a bunch of
I would say, what are your belief? I'm glad there's a little cover up. To be honest with you, I'm insecure. This and that. I like a little cover up.
I'm cool.
Although I like seeing.
I think it depends on the scenario, doesn't it? I mean, I hear everything you're saying about all of your A, B, and C reasons and things, but I mean, the way that society functions, I'm in a job that we have clients and we have meetings, and so yeah, like nudity. There's no room for nudity in that kind of an environment.
Agreed.
However, if you were on
beach.
vacation or you're home, or I think that there's something that starts at home where you can teach your children to be comfortable in their skin and in their body so that they don't ever feel shame about how they look. So it doesn't mean that it has to translate out into the world in like a bigger way, but I think that there should be some education about feeling comfortable and owning your sexuality.
But again, you're talking about private. You're talking about private being nude in your own home. We're all agreed that you can do whatever you want in your own home, as long as you're not breaking laws.
Yeah, but I think that there should, even vacations.
So you feel like it's related. It starts in the home.
Yeah, it starts at home, and then maybe that helps to broaden the awareness or the dialogue.
Oh, so you think the law should be loosened up somehow?
I don't know about laws. I don't even know what laws we're talking about, and I don't agree about public indecency because that could. Everyone would have to change because
I'm a teacher. I'm going to go in nude.
Yeah, no, there's a line. There's a line, and I think also to your point, the whole Me Too movement, and if there weren't assholes around that think that they could just take advantage and do whatever the hell they want, so there needs to be stuff in place to keep people accountable, but. I think that there could be a dialogue and education that starts at home about just feeling comfortable with yourself and your body. And that's how I see it relating to nudity.
But what about public nudity?
Well,
is it good people
if you're on a beach, yeah, go ahead. I think that's a good playground for experimenting with how you feel about your body and feeling comfortable around being naked yourself and being around other people who are naked. I think that could be a shared, safe environment, perhaps. But other than that, I don't really know.
Because of the penis factor, do you think it's easier for women to be nude than men to be nude? Because if men get sexually aroused, it's noticeable.
Yeah. I guess that's part of life, right? Isn't that part of the conversation?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
It could be disturbing for a 10-year-old. I don't know.
Or anyone.
Yeah, or anyone. It could be
Listen, I get a massage. I go nude, but they have a very light, silky sheet. But they used to have towels. I like a little towel because it has weight. It has some weight, keeps things in place. Because I don't want to be the guy that goes to a massage that always gets an erection. So it's tough. If I was naked and a attractive woman walks by, that's too much. I think that's too much.
I guess we just, this is just to open up the dialogue for everyone.
Yes,
I guess we don't really have a point per se. It doesn't seem.
No, my point is, I'm glad we cover up a little.
Yeah, I'm glad we cover up a little too. I don't know where we should draw.
I don't want anyone to have body shame.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Everyone should love their bodies, love themselves. Whatever helps in that. I don't know if the naked laws, if there even are naked laws, relate to the body image issue. I don't know if there are any.
Yes.
I guess it was just to open up the dialogue.
It was just fun to explore.
It's a good fun dialogue. I'm going to still keep running around the house. And I think that you should explore what the trigger is for you.
I'm out. This is it.
So why are you so bothered about me?
Ah, the hell with it.
Being naked. Devlin, you're in a safe space. You can totally get naked in the house.
Thank you.
But I will say this to the point. I don't feel I'm comfortable with my body, with myself. But if there's people around, I'm not one of those people who can walk around with their shirt off around people. I'm not comfortable with that. So I always maintain we look through one lens. So the lens we look at with other people is the lens we look at with ourselves. It doesn't surprise me that I'm not comfortable walking around with my shirt off. And so it makes me uncomfortable with you walking around naked. So
I hate people walking around with no shirts. I hate it. There was a man in my house, friend or relative, I'm not going to say. And
it was Kurt.
Talking to us. He just had his shorts on, socks, and shoes, no shirt. It was disturbing a little bit.
Are you comfortable to what I was saying then? Are you uncomfortable just standing around with your shirt off?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's we look through one lens. You're uncomfortable.
No, but I'm not at the beach. I'm not uncomfortable at the beach.
Yeah, everything's setting.
We're all talking, we're all closed, and he's talking no big deal. It's sitting on my couch. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, that's
like,
a different story.
like-
I guess if we're going to draw a line, it draws the line to me on sanitary versus
so
unsanitary.
I texted my brother. I'm like, tell this guy no shirt, no service. Like, so it's like, you know, it was rough. It was
See,
rough.
I think I've desensitized to guys with shirts off, so I don't think it's a big deal at all. So I find it interesting that you guys, A, don't feel comfortable like walking around without a shirt, and B, you find it also uncomfortable to see other people hanging out without shirts
It depends on the setting.
Yeah, if you're at the beach.
But I've been experimenting with more. We're going to check out Cali with the potential of moving out to Cali. I have this view that guys from California are more comfortable walking around with their shirts off than people from Long Island. Is that, what is that?
Maybe
That-
well, it's sunny, it's warmer all
Yeah.
year long.
And
Is that
It's-
status?
It's
I'm
a
stereotyping.
costas.
It's
Costas.
costas.
But
This is very costas.
I would actually think that's you're disparaging actually the East Coasters, and you're an East Coaster, so you could probably disparage.
I think you
your
can
own.
disparage what you are.
So, I think West Coast people are traditionally more laid back.
Yes,
the stereotype is more laid back, so they might be okay more with something you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, so with that in mind, that we might be potentially moving out to California, I've been experimenting more, I don't know if you've noticed, but walking around with my shirt off in the house. And I'm been getting more comfortable with it. Have you noticed?
I have noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
glad
very
I haven't
weird.
noticed.
I wouldn't do it with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, good.
I'm not comfortable with it, but I've been experimenting
he's-
more. And I wonder, psychologically speaking, because I have this one lens theory, as I become more comfortable with myself, being in the presence of others with my clothes off, will they then be more comfortable with you running around the house naked, trying to drive me crazy?
I'm glad that you're experimenting.
Yeah, so I can talk that much about it. This is the most I've delved into my psychology of, like, put some clothes on. That's my body. I'm doing what I want. Why do you care? I don't know why. I'm going to find out why I care.
Interestingly, I have been around the house, not outside of the house, doing like wearing more just like a sports bra and yoga pants. And like when I do like a yoga practice in the morning, so instead of putting on a sports bra and a tank top, like I'll just practice in a sports bra and yoga pants, or even out if I'm doing yard work outside, I'll do like sports bra, yoga pants, because I'm trying to just get comfortable with being comfortable in my skin and just wearing that, and I've been owning it.
I want to give you props, like respect. I noticed you doing that. I know your image of your body is a thing for you, that you're trying to love yourself more. And I knew when you went out yoga pants, sports bra, that was outside of your comfort zone, and that you were doing it to get inside your comfort zone. And I think you even did it on the day I taught you how to use a chainsaw or something.
Yeah.
So that's some picture. You newly yoga pants, sports bra outside
With a chainsaw. I mean, so I'm owning it.
Yeah, you owned it big time. Yeah.
Well, if everyone was nude, you might need his chainsaw.
Yes.
Fending the people off.
So, Devlin, I don't mean to put you on the spot. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Like, I find myself exploring myself more, trying to get more comfortable in myself. Jen's trying to get more comfortable.
I am definitely more comfortable in myself. Just a story: massage therapy. I used to always wear underwear. Keeps everything in place. I was comfortable with that. I had a back injury. My massage therapist told me, lose the drawers. You have lower back. I got to get in there. And I was like, okay. And I was scared, but I did it because it's medical, and it was very freeing. Now I couldn't even imagine wearing underwear in a massage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very freeing. So yeah, and that's just with a stranger. Like, I've had different massage therapists, and it's like a stranger seeing you nude that I'm definitely more comfortable. Whereas 10 years ago, I would, or even longer, I would never even consider that.
You know, I love that we had this show. It started out nonsensical, but now I realize this is like a public service announcement.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to become more comfortable in yourself and with yourself, find your growing edge and explore it. You've explored it with sports bras and yoga pants outside. I'm exploring it more in the house, but it's still exploring it. Like walking around with my shirt off in the house. And you took off your underwear for medical purpose, but found it freeing. Like, what's your growing edge, people? If you want to feel more comfortable in yourself, find it and explore it in the way that is comfortable for you. I think
like
it's a great thing.
And are you happy with the current laws? Do you want to see more women? Do you want to walk around with
nudity?
Your bottoms, tops, both? Is it fair? Men can walk around no shirts. Maybe women can't, or maybe they cannot. I don't know if the laws changed. I have no idea. I think it's state to state, probably.
I definitely think if men can walk around with their shirts off and women can't, that women should be allowed to walk around with their pants off and men can't.
And then take a picture side by side, and then you got a whole outfit and a whole nude body.
And then you can cut them in half.
Yeah.
Can
I just tell you how great that would be? Women walking around with tops but no bottoms.
What's that?
So weird.
I would love that.
Say that. What?
So weird.
It would be great if women started walking around with tops but no bottoms.
I think that's the next thing. I'm not even kidding. I think it's the next thing that's not a big deal. You know how women can walk around with like thongs and like shorts with their butt cheeks hanging out? To me, that's not shocking. I'm desensitized to it. It doesn't even faze me anymore. And if the next phase was women walking around,
just take those pants off.
If women were walking around with their pants off, at first it'd be like women breastfeeding. Like that's a cultural thing that wasn't around for a long time, and then it became around. So the first few times I was around it, it's new to me. It's like what, like jarred me up a little. It just is. Now it's women breastfeeding, unfazed by it. Women wearing thongs, unfazed by it. Women with their butt cheeks hanging. So if women were walking around with no pants, the first one or two would probably be like, huh? And then it would, I'm telling you, it would become...
Then you get desensitized.
Can I just say, I love the idea of tops, no bottoms. But I think more likely...
Please say for women.
For women, of course.
I don't want guys walking around.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
It's horrible. Now, for me, I think it's more likely no one's that progressive. No one's thinks they're going to think no shirt equals no shirt. That's what I think.
You think, this is great. So you think the next step would be no shirt, no shirt?
Yeah.
I think no pants for women is next. What do you think will be next? The next step in clothing evolution.
Yes.
If
men can go without shirts and women could go out without shirts, that would be my prediction for the next. Maybe it's even happening as we speak.
Yeah, where's the nudity movement going, Jenn?
Yes.
I don't even know if I could even weigh in on what I would
Come on,
think.
which one seems more likely?
Being a woman, I would, just knowing myself, I'm happy walking around naked around my house. But if there was suddenly a law where it was fine to walk around without pants and underwear, for women, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I think it's so ridiculous. It's so stupid. I would not feel comfortable doing that. I wouldn't want to. It's just, yeah. So, but... Yeah, I don't know.
But which one would you think would be next? I'm not saying what you're comfortable with.
I think shirtless makes more sense.
Would be the next law.
Yeah.
Men are allowed not to wear shirts.
They're just boobs, and to your point, there's breastfeeding. Who cares? They're boobs. Big deal.
People care because
I do think it's a big deal.
People care because they make it an issue to care about partly, but then there's also the sanitary thing. There's also the people can't handle stuff. They would freak out, kind of thing. So yeah, but.
What about the indigenous cultures where just everybody's walking around with just a loincloth?
But there's a loincloth.
But women are still boobs out.
Yeah, so that would be the natural.
I believe, in my opinion, the next stage is if men don't wear shirts, women don't wear shirts.
Culturally speaking, you guys are right, because in other societies, that's the way it is. Mm-hmm. I feel like the women still have the bottoms covered. Right?
Yeah.
But everyone's topless.
And you know what? Sanitary reasons too. You want a loincloth if you in dirt.
Yeah. You want a little protection.
Crevices and things.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see where the movement goes. I'm probably wrong. You guys are right. I'll give it to you.
I doubt there's even going to be a movement. I doubt there's even going to be a movement.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? They're going to storm Area 51. That's a movement. There was what was that movement with the people on the sidewalks outside in Wall Street? What was that thing called?
Oh.
Occupy Wall Street. I can't hear. If people think there needs to be a movement to help people to embrace their love of their bodies more, then there'll be a movement.
I'm sure there's naked movements every few years.
This and that. But I'm saying that a countrywide cultural thing. I don't know.
I think this
I think
nonsensical topic has reached maximum nonsense.
Till next nonsense, this has been Kurt.
This is Jen.
Todd Devlin.
Peace.
Namaste.
Bye for now.